Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be playing a game called Pyrite Heart. This is a visual novel style, a dating sim that I picked up off Steam recently, and it was just really cute, and so I wanted to share it with you guys. So I hope you enjoy my totally goofy voice acting, and let's get started. Look at this posh house. That's an impossible riddle. You're not even trying anymore.
You're right, you win again.
Even though he's the crown prince, my brother Kichiro doesn't often win at word games with me. Nobody does. Of course, you say that like there's any other possible outcome.
There always is, Ahri.
As if. Kichiro sighs and shakes his head at me in disappointment.
Sister, there's more to life than just winning every competition you dream up.
I know that. There's also failing, and in case you haven't noticed, that's not something I do.
Ahri, you only win because there's nobody here to challenge you. You wouldn't survive outside these palace walls for 1 week.
That sounds like a challenge to me. You're on.
What?
The idea is so brilliant, I'm surprised I didn't think of it first. For the last 17 years, the only challenges I've had presented have been instructors, servants, and grumpy Kichiro. You say I can't survive outside these walls. I say I can. So, here's the contest. For 1 week, I'll attend a normal, average high school. If I come out crying, you win. If I don't, I win.
You've got to be joking me.
Backing out? Maybe it's my charming smile or the lure of a contest he foolishly thinks he can win, but Kichiro relents and hangs his head.
If it wasn't for me thinking you needed this, I wouldn't even consider accepting it. I'll talk with Father and see to setting things up.
And remember, Kichiro, it has to be completely normal. No sending spies or influencing the locals. That's cheating.
If I did something like that, you wouldn't learn the lesson you so desperately need.
And what's that? What could there possibly be that I don't know?
You'll see.
My name is Ahri Remono, the cute and talented daughter of Emperor Remono. Today is my first day at public school as a regular peasant. Father nearly had a heart attack when he heard that I wanted to be educated for a week outside, but Kichiro managed to convince him. I guess that's why they call him the diplomatic one. I'm content to simply be the brilliant one. There's something nice about walking to school in such pleasant weather. Father always had instructors brought to me. I spent hours in that stuffy room with those crotchety old professors. I would just like to bring something up here, guys. This does not look outside to me. This looks like the same, I don't know, what is it? Entry foyer. This looks like where she was just talking to her brother. I'm just saying. The only breaks I'd get from the dull room would be when I'd go outside for physical training. Being able to play outside with the servants and my coaches was the best part of my day. I clutch my book bags against my chest tightly. This is going to be so much fun. All that cramming, all those hours of cramming are going to pay off when I show those commoners what I'm made of. I secretly love studying and spending my time learning new things. You never know when that knowledge will give you the edge.
Yeah, here's the school.
Please introduce yourself to the class. I'm Ahri Remono. It's a pleasure to meet you all. I get mumbled responses from the class. They seem more interested in staring out the window and chatting amongst themselves than recognizing me. Only one person in the class of 20 shows any sort of interest. There's an open seat next to Ryu. Please have a seat. You have any questions, Ryu, the class president, can help you with any problems you may have. The only open seat is next to a boy with those sharp blue eyes that seem to bore into my soul. President, huh? He's the first person I'll need to knock off his throne. Hi, I'm Ahri. I heard. So, you're the president? You're the best this school has to offer. So they tell me. Do you have a problem with that? His cold response isn't what I was expecting. The icy glare of his would have me backpedaling if I were more cowardly. This is perfect. Yeah, I do. This is so awesome. All of those heroes in the old westerns I saw always use that line. Everyone draws their 6-shooters and the duel begins. Good for you. Did he just ignore my challenge? I didn't think I'd meet the art villain of my adventure so soon. I'm the smartest person you're ever going to meet. I'm the best and the brightest this world has to offer. Good for you. Your title of the best of the school will be all mine before the week's end. What do you think about that, Mr. President? You're welcome to try. If you have any problems or questions about the school, Miss Genius, let me know. Like I do that. Why doesn't he rise to my challenge? Does he think he can hold me back with his skills alone? I'm stupid. Before class starts today, Guys, I can't talk. Before we start today's algebra lesson, we're going to have a pop-a quiz. Ahri, you don't. I want to take it. The rest of the plebes in the class will look at me like I'm crazy, but this is my first chance to overthrow their leader. I've got to do it. Ryu gives me a quizzical look, but he goes back to clearing his books off of his desk without a word. That's right, I'm challenging you. 10 minutes later, I've crushed that pathetic test. Seriously, this is easy. Seeing the others struggle only brings more affirmation of my brilliance. Except for Ryu, who finishes a whole 15 seconds after I did. Nobody even comes close to touching me. Take that, brother. You all did well, but only one of you managed to score perfect on this exam. No surprise on that one. Of course not. The teacher walks back, handing the test to students as she passes. When she gets to me, she stops with a bright smile on her face. A perfect score. You did remarkably well. Thank Ryu. What? You did very well too, Miss Ahri. 95 without studying the material is quite impressive. She takes a stunned look as... Oh, hey, it's a she. It's a she with a very awkward voice. She takes my stunned look as one of shy acceptance and continues delivering the tests. May I please see your test? You see what you did there? You accidentally carried through the wrong row. If you had slowed down and double-checked your work, you would have had it perfect. Shut up! I'm just trying to help. I don't want your help. Just because you won this round doesn't mean I've lost yet. This isn't a contest. His smug attitude isn't going to sway me that easily. I will dethrone this monster and put myself on top. This is my new life's mission. Leave me alone. If that's what you wish. I lost because of a foolish mistake on my part. No, Ryu, this is not over. Not by a long shot. Class moves by quickly. My hopes for another attempt at dethroning Ryu are dashed, but I do get several attempts to flaunt my brilliance by answering several questions correctly for the teacher. Ryu seems content for now to let me have my way with his class. His smile warms as I answer question after question, but doesn't waver. This will be his foolish mistake. Soon, his class will be mine. I'm a little sorry that he's the one that I must overtake. He's smart, and his light brown hair gives him a sharp look. He would have made a great minion. I glance up at the clock, seeing the hands have finally brought around lunchtime. I could use a minion right now. I had to buy my lunch from a convenience store. Back in the Imperial Palace, a team of the finest chefs would make me 3 meals a day. I close my eyes and pretend that my dry turkey sandwich is a full 5-course meal with the best curry in India. Hey, Ahri, would you? I don't deal with peasants. What? Shoo! The group of giggling schoolgirls quickly dissipates. Why would someone of my caliber waste time on the riffraff? For a moment, I miss Kenta, my dedicated servant. This cheery guy with fluffy blonde hair always had something good to share when he was away from the castle. I push him out of my mind. No, I'm out here on my own. For food, good food or not, I have to make do entirely on my own, or I'll lose to Kichiro. At least my store-bought sandwich smells better than whatever Ryu has. The smell of rotten eggs wafts from his desk ever since the lunch hour began. I bet that he's an awful cook. Only someone with no skills in the kitchen can make something that smells so putrid. Wait, that's it. I get the feeling that I might be a little too evenly paired in math and history to ensure a sound victory, but Ryu can't cook to save himself. I flip through the schedule and see that we do have home economics class in the second part of the day. I have a sure win here. Hey, Ryu!
Would you like some of my curry?
No, you can keep that foul concoction. I hereby challenge you to a cook-off.
Excuse me?
You heard me. On Friday, you and me are going to have a cook-off in home ec. For a moment, he looks like he's going to refuse my challenge.
Do you have a theme for this wager already in mind?
I got him. Of course I do. The theme will be cakes. If I make a cake that the class likes more than yours, you have to step down as president and name me your successor.
It, doesn't work like that.
Backing out already? Coward.
If you lose, you have to do me one favor. Nothing perverted or anything like, but a favor of my choosing.
You have no chance of winning, so I'll accept your condition.
Then we shake on it.
I take his large, smooth hands in mine and grip them tightly. Deal. Ryu radiates confidence, and I'm perfectly happy with that. I like my rivals to have a little fire in them. So few people in the castle ever had the aura of competitiveness. They just accepted their inevitable defeat.
I look forward to it.
I hope you don't bring that goop to the fight. It smells atrocious.
It's a spicy scallion and tomato mix I've been working on. Would you like some?
Trying to poison me before the contest? I didn't think a president would be so devilish.
I don't think I'll have to resort to such tactics.
Your confidence will be your undoing.
I could say the same for you.
I fight back a giggle. I may have underestimated him. Ryu could be a genuine opponent.
Lunch is ending. I'll see you later, Ahri.
Until we meet again, my nemesis. Victory will be mine. Victory may not be mine. For the first time in my life, I've scored less than a 90% on something. I almost failed. How was I supposed to know the temperature you had to store milk at? I glance at the I glance at the smelly bandage. That would quite the injury. I glance at the small bandage they had to give me when I almost cut my right pinky off. My pudding mix in that class was ruined long before the blood got into it. Ew. My lab partner was some snobby girl with short black hair who wouldn't shut up no matter how much I told her I knew what I was doing. She kept sighing and trying to force me out of the way. There's no way some peasant could do a better job than I. But seeing Ryu in the corner wasn't reassuring either. He strode around the classroom with the aura of unparalleled confidence. I refused to try it, but the snobby girl said it was delicious. I may have finally met my match, yet for some reason I'm greatly annoyed. I can't focus right now. Snap out of it, Ahri. If you lose your head now, you'll be done long before Friday. You just need to get your head in the books and set up a plan. Gym class is the final class of the day, which is a welcome break after my horrid afternoon. Gym gives me a chance to release my stress and get a little physical exercise. And I'm one of the best basketball players in the world, of course. While teaching these plebes a lesson on how to shoot would be a worthwhile endeavor, I grab a ball and take a hoop by myself. I need time to... Okay, I think to myself as I take the first shot. I've met my enemy today. He's both skilled and smart. This is his territory and a skill set that is not my best. The ball swishes without touching the rim. This is what I need to do. A flawless shot at Ryu. It'll be a 3-layer cake with strawberry frosting from the far reaches of the world. It will be the most delicious thing that I've ever tasted. My cake will be so awesome that it will be lauded from Paris to San Francisco as the queen of baking. All I need to do now is look up a good recipe, and it will be mine. I toss up the ball again, nailing another free throw. Seeing the successful shot brings me strength and conviction. I can do this. I wonder what crazy request Ryu thinks he'll get out of me. He's promised that it wouldn't be anything perverted, so most likely it'll be something petty, like money. Hey, watch out! It takes me a moment to realize the voice calling me. By the time I turn around, a rogue ball is hurling towards my face. Ah! Owie. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Are you okay? That hurt, you idiot! Oh, my lady, I'm so sorry. Forgive your humble servant. Uh-huh. How did you know who I am? I beg your forgiveness. I was not expecting to lose control of the ball. Wait, Kenta? Dropping to his knees, my loyal butler is prostrating himself before me. Normally, I'd say this is far from enough for hitting me with a flying ball, but... Get up! You're going to blow my cover. My lady? No, my lady stuff here. Get to your feet before someone sees you. What are you doing here? He stands back up and gives me a sheepish grin. My lord sent me to keep an eye on you, my lady. It's Ahri. Please forgive me, Ahri. No, no forgiveness. I order you and all your servants not to come with me. Your brother didn't think it was very smart, so he wanted me to stick nearby and make sure you didn't get into any trouble. I'm not going to get into trouble. That's not what I heard. Rumor is that some snobby new girl is picking a fight with the school idol. Nobody's picking a fight with me. I think they were calling you the snobby one, Ahri. Those low-life plebes! How dare they? That's perfect. Oh, you're not joking around. Please, forgive me, milady. Ahri! I'd scold servants who dare speak to me that way, but Kenta has been with me since I was barely able to walk. I decided to let him off with a light rap on the side of the head. Sorry. You'd better be. So it's true, right? You challenged Ryu? So? You never cooked a day in your life? So? Is your plan to give Ryu food poisoning? It didn't work well when you poisoned Lord Darius. That was an accident. I have this contest won, you idiot. If you need help, Ahri, I don't want your help. I want you and your sarcasm to go back to the palace. I can't. You will. The bell rings, bringing an abrupt end to our conversation. Kenta the imp bolts off before I can continue any further. See ya, Ahri. You can ask me for help anytime you need it. Just go home. He makes me so angry. I don't need his help. I need him to go away and not blow my cover. If anyone found out who I was, the stuck-ups and manipulators would all come flying out of the woodwork. My butt is boiling so hot that I can barely stand it. Between Ryu and Kenta, I'm going to end up having a heart attack before the end of this. I really want to stay around and play some basketball. Maybe see if they have a softball field and bat some balls. But Kenta hasn't bothered leaving yet. He's still practicing with some of the guys from the class. I'm not surprised that he's actually already made friends with them. Kenta has the light-hearted charm that tends to get back past the defenses of the heart.
Past the defenses of the heart, you say?
I guess I could stay a bit longer and get a few more shots in.
Let me just save that real quick. So we have two options here. Do we go home? Or do we come and stay? Or do we come and stay? Do we come and stay and play some solo basketball? So it looks like we have... So two options, right? If we stay here and play some basketball, we know that the sexy butler Kenta is here. If we go home, we might lose out a chance with Kenta. We might run into the sexiness of Ryu. So what are we going to do, guys? Right? So... I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. Dun, dun, dun. Cliffhanger. I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here, and we will start off the next episode with deciding who we want to hang out with. So I'll see you guys later. Have a good one, and goodbye.